watch this video till the end because I'm about to reveal the secret sauce behind elephant money's price appreciation, or let's call it short-term constant price appreciation. Now, before I give you what you came for, I know that again and again, I'll most probably get some hate here and there, get some comments about me not understanding how the so-called ecosystem works, so on and so forth. Now, don't get me wrong. I've said this before. I do own elephant tokens just because right now it's a good trade. That's all there is to it. Everything else in there, I'm out of all of it. Elephant money token is liquid, so the moment the tide turns, you can immediately sell and exit. And that's, I think, what me and most people are planning to do anyways. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to reveal the magic formula behind the price rise that we've been experiencing for a month now. Alright? Are you ready? Here it is.
Whoa!
Demand. Yes, it is simply the economic equation that started this whole thing. Demand versus supply. That's all. But here is the ingenious part. Because everyone knows when people buy something, the price of it will go up until somebody else sells, and then it, offsets that price rise. And the ingenious part here, I'm gonna give them a clap for this, honestly, is that there is the perception that there exists this majestic tokenomics mathematical concept behind elephant money, which makes the price to constantly go up. And because of this, people are buying the token and rising the price because demand is great. You see where I'm going there? So it's a whole interesting concept of demand looping, where people are thinking that there's something ingenious behind this. Buying the token goes up. It is magic tokenomics, That's pretty interesting how concept works. Now, that is the majority of how this ingenious loop works, but demand is not only driven by this. It's driven by people, to name a few, going out of their way to introduce the so-called the revolutionary elephant money token to communities here and there and bring them in to buy in. You need artificial demand pump to make the price go up, and they know it. I mentioned this several times, and I specifically spoke about this in the previous video. You need to fuel demand somehow, hence all of these products that they came out with, and hence whatever is happening now. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did watch snips of these AMAs. I was just curious, honestly. Now, it's always the same thing going around. We're not gonna talk about this, but there were a few quotes that actually caught my attention, and I want to talk about them. So one is elephant money. Buying elephant money now is like buying Bitcoin at $20. Well, unfortunately, it's not. All right. We're comparing. In its nature, a reflection token built on the Binance Smart Chain, backed by BNB and BUSD, to something like Bitcoin. Bitcoin has so many value propositions. Bitcoin is the big daddy of crypto. Bitcoin is the reason we are here today. So this comparison ticks me. Like it does trigger me, but at the same time, it makes me a bit sad because some people will believe this, unfortunately. Bitcoin is so obscure to so many people in this degen space that whatever narrative you feed them, they will believe that it's the case. But we're not gonna talk about Bitcoin today. I really wanna talk about this actually. I'm gonna put forward videos on Bitcoin specifically because no matter how many things you discuss around that asset, there's so many underlying things that you will most probably miss. And the second one that is also interesting is that investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum, so on and so forth, is a bit risky because you don't know who the big whales are that can dump on you. Whereas here, you know that it's the treasury that holds most of the tokens and the graveyard, but that's a dead address anyway. So you know who the whales are, so you can safely invest. I mean, it's mind-boggling because there's the perception of people investing in something just because you know who the participants are, not because of real utility, no. And that's what makes it a meme coin. All right, that's pretty simple. And speaking of, also, that ties into all of this, the existence of Bertha that cannot dump on you, which makes the price only to go up. I mean, here's why this is a lie, a complete blatant lie. So you have liquidity pools, right? So liquidity pools have both a combination of elephant money tokens and BNB BUSD. They have two separate pools. Now the simple equation is that when people buy, they take elephant and they put in BNB or BUSD. So the ratio of less elephant and more BNB or BUSD makes the price go up. Now on the other hand, when a sell happens, people take BUSD or BNB and give elephant back to the liquidity pool. The ratio dropped, elephant goes down. Now Bertha holds elephant. Bertha doesn't hold BNB nor BUSD. So as people sell, so with less tokens in circulation or less tokens held, but more BNB and BUSD makes the price impact higher. Therefore, as long as elephant keeps getting into the liquidity pool and elephant keeps going out of the liquidity pool and BNB keeps going in, or BUSD, with less elephant money tokens, each one will cost more and that will go up parabolically. And that's true. But what happens when all of these holders start to sell? The value of Bertha decreases because it's an elephant money tokens and that's it. And at some point the value will be much less than what it is today. If holders keep on selling, the price will drop dramatically, and there you have it. So the idea of nobody can dump on you is a fallacy. That doesn't exist. All right, I can create a shitcoin today and burn 70% of the supply, keep 30%, give 10% to my friends, and then I keep 20% in the LP, and people buy 10%. Wow, price rose, nobody can dump on me. False. If the top 5 holders maybe, or even all the other shrimps, all of them sell their bags with a high price impact and a high price valuation, the token will dump. And that's unfortunately the reality here. There's no reason to believe that you should invest in something because you don't know the whales, or you should invest because you do know them. No, you invest in something because there's real utility. I don't care how many people hold BTC. I buy BTC because I find it to be the most utilized crypto, or will be the most utilized crypto in general in the world, through all of its value propositions. So that whole premise is insane. One last thing, I'm not gonna talk too much here because as usual there's always lots to talk about. One last thing is the coin market cap dilemma as to why it's not appearing, right now. It should be somewhere here, like above Phantom, below synthetics, or even above it maybe. Yeah, let's say it should be now at the 61st spot. All right, 62nd spot. That's also a lie. The market cap you see here, all right, is not the fully diluted market cap that everyone is talking about, which is right now 560 mil. The actual market cap, so the real market cap, is based on the so-called circulating supply that is held by holders. And who holds that? How many hold that? About 30% of the total supply. So in actuality, the real market cap is, what is it, like 300 trillion times the price. That's it. And that's 70% less of the total market cap. And that's what coin market cap displays. Not the total market cap. I mean, of course, it looked around, it flagged that there's this graveyard that holds half of the supply, and there's this contract that holds about, right now it's what, like close to 18% of the supply. So of course those are not going to be counted as part of the actual market cap, and that makes perfect sense in my personal opinion, at least. So let's put this aside, let's put this behind us. They're not gatekeeping elephant money, they're just putting the actual value of elephant money out there. And that's what I think makes sense. I think if you go search for them right now, you'll see the total market cap of 560 mil, but you won't see in the real market cap, because does it exist even? I think the simple solution would be to just take into account the 30% left and then have the price factor in. And that's it. I think for today, that's all I wanted to talk about in regards to elephant money. I brought several points. I discussed about the idea of why it's going up. I don't know what's wrong with my internet. I think, yeah, it's taking forever to load with screen sharing. I think that's the issue. But anyways, yeah, sure, I'll get some hate for this, but that's okay, because there are very rational points here, and I think hopefully people will address them and people will understand what they're dealing with. I think the next one will be around when to exit, or when is the time, or when is the best time to exit, but we'll see. And I'll keep putting these out, all right? So just to bring again some sense into what's going on and how people should react, and how people should actually perceive things instead of what they're selling you, all right? And one last thing, if you're not part of our community, feel free to join us. We're a cool chat room, like-minded individuals, matured investors. We talk about mostly real DeFi stuff, but of course there's lots of degen going around as well. You'll have a good time. Don't be shy, all right? With that, see you in the next one. Have a good one.